Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to American Truck Simulator. I'm Martin Wenzel. And we're just about done with our pre-trip. We're gonna get going really early here. We don't have to be going this early, but may as well. Finish our delivery to Gallup, New Mexico with this wheat. Nine hours, 45 minutes. We have over 16 hours we can drive. Or left on our 70. Can drive 11 hours today. We're going to be using almost all of that to get to Gallup. Have to get it there today by 6 p.m. We'll be there probably before noon. So we're going to do a little bit of night driving, early morning driving. And after this delivery, our 70 is going to be pretty much shot. We'll probably be able to do one more on Saturday. And then we're gonna have to take a 34-hour reset because we're not gonna have any hours left on Sunday of any significance. And so it just makes more sense to just sit for 34 straight and get that 70 back. Actually looks kind of bright out here for 12:30 in the morning. Headed along the 8 down near the southern border. And I know I've done some flights in X-Plane. Again, I wish I could make some X-Plane videos for you guys, but the computer just cannot handle it at this point. But I've done some flights out of LAX in X-Plane, flying over this southern region. I've got all the terrain photos, the ortho photos in place, and so I can see. It's just amazing. You know, we just came out of El Centro, and right across the border is Mexicali, and it just goes right up to the border, grid right up to the border there, and then you enter America, and it's just nothing there. But on the other side of Mexico, you got this sizable city of Mexicali in a nice, perfect grid, aligned with the border. So it's just kind of an interesting contrast between the one side and the other along the southern border, how for the most part there aren't a ton of American cities right up against the border, but there are quite a few Mexican cities. And we're now in Arizona. That was just a little sign for Arizona. I was getting confused here because it kind of goes back and forth between California and Arizona through Yuma here. Like right here, the speed limit goes right back down. So I think it says we're in Arizona, but I don't think we're in Arizona until we cross the river. Colorado is usually the separation point on the 10 and the 40. Yeah, there's the big sign, the big blue sign with the flag and everything. Now we're really not in any hurry. We have more than enough time to get there. But we'll probably get up to settle in at about 70 miles per hour. Alright, so that gas station back there and then this rest area were the two spots I was looking at stopping yesterday. It would have been cool to stop at this rest area. It's one I've never stopped at. I think it's a new one they've added, or it might have been added by a mod, not sure. But as you can see, we're getting past here about 2 hours into our drive, and I think we would have been going over our drive time yesterday if we had tried to push it all the way out here. Plus, we wouldn't have been able to get gas at the rest area. I would have liked to stop there to rest, because the gas station is just a gas station. So we would have had to pull off, get gas, then get back on, then go to the rest area. We probably would have been over at least half an hour on our drive clock. So we took off in El Centro, and we're just gonna have a nice long run today of about 570 miles or so. But I'm not sure if these rest areas have been added by SCS or if these are a byproduct of some of the mods I got running. I've got Coast to Coast, the US expansion, various mods, and it's getting a little hard now because there's a few mods that are in conflict with each other. I think the Phoenix improvement mod and US expansions mod won't work together as it goes forward, because they're going to actually add in quartzite. The Arizona Improvement Project is going to add in quartzite, which is already added in by US expansion. So I hope those two guys can get together and hash it out, because maybe Arizona Improvement is going to put a little bit more effort into quartzite than what the US expansions one that US Cities expansion guy did. And I hope we can use them both together, because US Cities expansion adds a lot of stuff on. It used to be the old California 50 and US 99 mod. Or strike that, reverse that, the US 50 and the California 99 mod, where it added Chico and stuff up in the Northern California around San Francisco. And then he also added in Parker, quartzite, right around here on the on the Interstate 10 in Arizona. So I really want to be able to use both of them. And it's always a little frustrating when one map mod gets a little too big and starts stepping on other people's toes when there's no need for it. I mean, there's so much that needs to be modded and added in and improved upon. Got one of these Walbert trailers. So for the most part, we have real life logos going. I'm not sure what's going on with the mods, because for a while they were perfectly set up that you weren't getting any of the vanilla fictional companies showing up. And then lately, the Walberts have been showing up a lot more. Ooh, we gotta get off here actually. Now in real life, we'd be taking the Interstate 10 up, or we would go on, I think it's Arizona 86 or something. Stop just at the right spot on the ramp there. But this is going to be a couple different Arizona highways, like you saw last episode, or 2 episodes ago. And I'm hoping the Arizona Improvement Project fixes this whole area, because this area south of Phoenix is terrible, because the Interstate 17 just turns into a couple of surface highways, while the Interstate 17 goes and actually connects. It branches off of Interstate 10 and makes a loop around Phoenix. So this road shouldn't actually connect directly to the 17. It should connect to maybe the 10, and then you take the 10 into Phoenix and then the 17. It's all messed up. So we'll see what they do in the Arizona Improvement Project about all of these roads down here, because this highway system is highly inaccurate. I didn't plan on coming through Phoenix again so soon, and haven't updated. I think Arizona Improvement Project has updated since I made the last video with featuring the Phoenix area. Luckily, the delivery job doesn't require us to go through that Interstate 10 US 60 interchange. So we still just get a few of these floating artifacts, floating props. And last time we were here, we got off here at the 303. So now you're gonna see kind of what I saw coming into Phoenix. There's quite a few floating bushes and things. Definitely a lot of work still needs to be done with the improvement project, but good things so far, good ideas, and we'll see how the final product looks in the next few months as we start getting the beautiful sunrise. See, we got 4 lanes going. I'm not sure the other side, I can't remember if the other side had 4 lanes also. Looks like only 2 right now. But here we got 4 lanes leaving Phoenix. Looks like they need a little bit of signage there, let people know, hey, you gotta move over. Of course, those trucks that were driving in the left lane the whole way on that 4-lane stretch, they didn't have to worry too much. There you go, you see a lot of floating props here, some missing mountains, or I don't know what's going on. But, wow, that's really bad over there. You see a few floating rocks on the left side. Yep, there you go. Missing. You just fall through the earth in the middle. Whoa. Yeah, but this is a whole. I think this is Camp Verde, right? This whole area is brand new. Got a nice little roundabout up there. Some really good screenshots, so I'm looking forward to seeing the whole thing done, but as it is right now, a little rough, just like the driving. Driving so slow, dude. Guess it's the guy in front of him. These two guys were flying, or at least the GT Gordon guy was flying down the left lane before. Now he's just content to sit behind this guy and with his container. Whoa, those cones kind of. Bit of a weird transition, I think, between the modded area and the base map. we're gonna pull in here to Flagstaff to one of our familiar truck stops. Need to take our half-hour break before we get to 8 hours of duty time. And if we miss this rest area, the next one's not until outside of Holbrook. And it'd be too late by then. I don't remember those signs, the 180 West Grand Canyon and 89 to Page. I think these signs might actually all be new. Or I might be completely wrong, but that whole sign set, don't recall it. So that might be something added by a modder. Or I could just be losing my mind and not remembering this area right. Again, it's been a while since I've frequented these areas. Once you get New Mexico and Oregon, you kind of want to spend more time in those areas than the older parts in the game. And while we're here, we'll also load up on some less expensive diesel than California. Not much cheaper though. As that single engine comes flying through again. Alright. Let's get parked. And I'll probably get some breakfast, take a shower. Again, we're in no rush. Just need to make sure we don't burn out our entire 14. So maybe an hour and a half break, depending on how long the line is for the showers. Alright, hour break. Let's get back on the road. It's 8:30. Already have done 7.5 hours of duty time out of our 14-hour clock, out of the 16 we have remaining on the 70. And we have just over 3 hours to our destination, so we are in really good shape. Yeah, I'm thinking this... I'm not sure if this sign arrangement was here too, or if this is new. Doesn't have the business one on there though. Yeah, alright. Got a car going the wrong direction. A little cheat I use to bypass time is to use the tilde button and bring up the console and do warp. Now usually the game's at warp 1, that's the normal speed. I think that train was floating. I think it was. I found that I've heard and I've seen and I've tried sometimes doing warp 1.1 gives you just a little bit better realistic speed, or so they say. I don't really mess with it that much, but when I do breaks or I want to just pass 15 minutes, I don't want to do the set time, because set time you can only set on the hour. You might be able to set by the minute, but you can really screw it up really easily and then not be where you want to be time-wise. So I use warp, and I usually go warp 30, and that just makes everything go 30 times as fast as it's going right now. And so time moves faster, and all the vehicles move faster, everything. So I just did the brake like that, and that train kept whipping by every few minutes, as it does. And it was flying off the tracks. I thought the game was going to crash or something, because that train was just losing it. It was floating, flying, bouncing all over the place. It came hurtling over my truck at one point. And I'll see if maybe I'll keep it in the video I did or didn't. You'll see. You'll be able to see the train do some weird stuff, just glitch out. Because honestly, the game's not meant to be played at warp 30 or warp anything probably. I mean, warp 1, maybe warp 5. You're not going to get too much crazy stuff. You start getting up into warp 30, things get a little crazy. Alright, so we just lost $300 there because we got a crashed vehicle offense. Because the AI does not do any... Again, here we got just stupid vehicles going on. And it serves you right, and this guy got into a rear ending or something. Oh my god, we just got accidents all over. Because that way station, some car went in there and then he just pulled out in front of me. I tried moving over, but motorcycle just comes flying up, doesn't even give a crap that I'm moving over. And so that's going to ding us 300, which, again, we're making better money than a company driver would normally. And, you know, it's going to slow down our plans just a little bit that we lost that 300. It's not the end of the world. It definitely hurts more when we're taking jobs like this that don't pay out as much as the owned trailers stuff does. Now we gotta do this weird loop around where we gotta go over this bridge, down the road. Gotta take such a roundabout way to get to this drop off, but it's the only way to do it. And it says it's going to take us 10 minutes, so if it takes us 10 minutes, we should get there by 12:30. But I bet you the clock will say closer to 12, closer to 1 by the time we get there. I'm just betting. Pull forward, just... oh yeah, I guess I am past the stop line. And killed the engine. Alright. It's really frustrating if you're past the stop line, because then you go, and then they say, nah, we'll go now. It's like, didn't they just go? The AI is just so weird. Every time, I always go past that stop line there, and it always causes this issue. Gotta work around the AI, I guess. Oh, we got a nice sized train coming through. See, I like this train more because it's actually got cars on it. I hate that one just goes flying through Flagstaff. This one looks a lot more realistic. Obviously it's not the length of a real train, because if it was the length of a real train, you'd be stuck here for hours in-game. Ah, oh, come on. What is going on? They're really making some dumb mistakes. Gallup is not treating me well today. Last time, I'm not sure if it was exactly the last time I've been here, but one time I was here before, I completely missed this entrance way and had to do the whole loop again. Well, not the whole thing, but I had to go out onto the Business 40 there. Because right here, there's no sign or anything. You just gotta know, oh, it's this dirt path. We gotta tuck it in between two trailers. Yep, I thought we were gonna be, maybe we could I was gonna say maybe we could pull it through, but nope, there's another trailer parked there for some reason. Yeah, it didn't set up very well. Ooh, trike doesn't like hitting those tracks. Alright, well, we got it in there. Little tight on the right side. Let's lower the legs. Alright, 579 miles from El Centro to Gallup. Good day driving. 24 hours and 2 minutes. And $877, but we lost that $300 plus fuel, so not making a ton. Alright, we have 45 minutes left on our drive clock to find someplace to stop for the night. I think we just go out the same way we came in. Yep. A lot of trailers, but only that M60 and a plain white trailer available for jobs. And considering we have no real driving time left today, and our 70 is basically shot, got about probably 6 hours by the end of this one to do anything tomorrow. So it'll be a very short day tomorrow, and then the 34-hour reset. Now there's that truck stop we passed, but we're gonna go to the bigger one by the closer to the highway. Since there's also fuel there, even though we don't really need to pick up any fuel. Alright, that's where we're gonna stop for the night. Here in Gallup, New Mexico. Alright, quick look at the log today. We started at 1 a.m. early start in El Centro. Nice long drive to Flagstaff. And then a little shorter drive to Gallup for 10 hours and 45 minutes of driving. That last half hour just getting to this truck stop. That 15 minutes turned into more of a half an hour with that train. And for a total working time of 11 hours and 15 minutes. So tomorrow we will have only 5 hours of duty time available. We'll see if there's an episode there. If there isn't, likely the next episode will be after 34 hour, maybe with a completely fresh 70, maybe midway through like this one. But until then, please like and comment on this video, subscribe to the channel, share the video, share it, get it out to more people who are into trucking and American Truck Simulator gaming simulation. And until next time, until next episode, please remember, check your pins and have fun trucking. Take care, goodbye.